For the follow.
Welcome to our Plugs Community Connection. I am your host, DJ Kitty Cat, with my sister co-host, Miss Morningstar, on WKRA 92.7 FM The Change. If you're looking for the best in news, current events, community outreach programs, and shopping connections, you've come to the right place. We've got a great mix of content and community connections lined up for you this evening, along with special guest interviews. So, grab your favorite drink of choice, turn up the volume, and let's get into it.
Good morning, WKRA 92.7 The Change. It is your morning host and co-host, DJ Kitty here, and Miss Morningstar, my sister, my little sis, the baby of the bunch, in here on this bright Monday morning. Happy Monday. This is the second week of August. Yes, we are getting it in. There are kids that are going back to school this week, so woo! Where did the summer go? I mean, it's still hot like a summer, let's be clear, but kids are going back to school already. I mean, time just flies and it escapes us so quickly. So, oh my goodness. Anywho, anyhow.
Oh my goodness, it's correct.
I know, because you have a senior this year.
Oh,
don't you start that crying.
My last first day will be Tuesday.
Oh,
my baby.
Go. Here we go, y'all. Don't start, Miss Morningstar. We're not doing this with you today. You will be okay. You are going to be okay.
It's gonna be tough. So
it's gonna be okay though.
My baby.
You have done a wonderful job. Wonderful. This is an amazing young
excited
lady.
For this last year though. I'm looking.
I know, but there will be a lot of parents crying on the first day. A lot.
Yeah, it will be. I mean, you're gonna have the first time parents sending their babies off to camp.
Yes.
That was tough.
That was tough.
And then you have my situation with the first day.
That was tough too. I did it 3 times.
I know.
Kids.
Yeah. I know you did.
But the other ones made it easier because they were still at home with my oldest, then the second, then the baby. Oh my goodness. I had time. I saw a video of a man just breaking down in his car. He was a young black guy, and he was like, I don't know about leaving her in the school, and what you mean for 8 hours.
You know what it is though, Kitty? A lot of us, not only is bittersweet, but it's scary. Because of the times we live in. The times we live in, it's scary to send your child to school. So we just gonna pray over him, y'all.
We are. I'm going to go back to his post and check in on him because he was not okay. He was not. He was in a car. He was like, if he could have been in the fetal position, he would. He was rocking. He was more than the baby was. I was like, oh my goodness. You could tell he was a new father and he had a little girl and he was like, oh no, I don't know about all of this. I don't even know these people. No, I don't even. Yeah, and I get it. I get it wholeheartedly, especially that now that we're in, this administration and folks talking about doing crazy stuff. Like they do. Anyhow, it is Monday. I hope everyone in Holly Springs, good morning. In Memphis, Tennessee, good morning. Out in YouTube and TikTok world, good morning. Hope you've had your breakfast and you've had your water, 16 ounces to get the blood flowing and going. And you had some time along to meditate. You always have to take a little time for yourself. That is a must. And you are ready to start this Monday off with a bang. I know we have a really good show scheduled for us, and I'm excited to see what Coach Nikki comes up with today. She's really good. I love hearing her talk. She makes me think about things that I normally wouldn't. I'd be like, okay, but no, she makes me do a deep dive into my own psyche. So I'm excited to see that. And I hope everyone is just excited as I am. But before we can get started, As usual, on every show, we must start with the morning affirmation. And we get those affirmations from who? Mrs. Morningstar, our affirmation queen. It's so funny.
Yes, guys. Welcome back. How quick was that? How quick was that? The weekends are so quick, but needed. They're needed. So those quick little rest moments, make sure you take and jump on those opportunities to rest, okay? Because we just gonna do it all over again Monday. And that's where we at. We're at Monday. And Monday, we're gonna bring productive Monday morning affirmations. It's gonna focus on gratitude, new beginnings, and personal strength. Okay? Being grateful for another week, going into the week with confidence, achieving your goals, and embracing challenges and opportunities through the week. Okay, so let's go. So let's start it off with this. And these are some things you guys might want to get your yellow sticky notes, jot them down, put about 3 of them on your mirror or in your car so that you're ready to go for the day. Number 1, I'm grateful for this new week and all the opportunities it holds. Number 2, I'm excited about the possibilities this new week brings. Number 3, I release any negativity from the past week and embrace a fresh start. Let it go, y'all. It's a whole new week. I am filled with positive energy and ready to tackle my goals. I trust my ability to make this week a great week. I am confident and capable of handling any challenges that come my way. I am worthy of success and happiness this week. I choose to focus on positive and let go of negativity. I am grateful for my health, strength, and resilience. I embrace this new week with an open heart and mind. And finally, I am aligned with my goals, and taking steps towards them with ease.
I like all of those.
Hello, Monday.
Hello, Monday. You got to take it in and
take it.
You got to tell yourself, today, this week, it's going to be my week.
Yes.
Sometimes it's hard to see it happening. Sometimes you're just like, I don't know.
It's hard. Mondays
it
is hard for me too. Because it's like it comes and you got to get up and you got to get into that routine. But I promise you, if you focus on some of these affirmations, it's gonna help get you.
Absolutely,
it's gonna help.
Yeah, if you speak positive energy, you speak it into existence. Positivity comes to you. But when you speak negative and you're putting yourself down and you're beating yourself up, and all you can say is, "Oh no, this, that, and the third," and we're gonna focus on.
That's gonna happen.
And you ever been around a negative nanny? Oh my goodness, girl, please go on somewhere.
When I say that's the worst,
it's draining. It's very draining.
You. It does.
I will never understand why people want to live in that. I don't want to live in that. We're living in enough dealing with the man with the rotten hand
that part,
his mess. We don't need to live with anything else. But we have to live with this weather. I should just say it's hot and it may rain, and just put my book down. It's hot and it may rain.
Ain't nothing changed.
It's hot and it may rain. Okay, so I'm gonna break it down for you though. Holly Springs, today you have a high of 92 and a low of 72. Feels like temperature 97, hot.
Ooh.
About a 7% chance of rain. That means a few sprinkles somewhere. May hit you, may not. Just a few sprinkles, 7%. It's going to be partly cloudy today. Winds are out of the east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Humidity is high in the morning, very high in the evening. UV rays are high. UV rays are very high, so please put on sunscreen. Even with melanin, we still need sunblock. Some of the rays, they can cause cancer cells, so let's be diligent. Mosquito risk is high. They are mounting up, and they are out there in forces. Grass pollen is high. Ragweed pollen is moderate, and air quality is good. Next, we have Memphis, Tennessee. High of 93, low of 76. Feels like temperature is 99. Hot. Yeah. 24% chance of rain. It's going to be sunny and cloudy. Remix. Winds are out of the east southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Humidity in the morning is high. In the evening, very high. UV rays are very high. Mosquito risk is high. The SWAT team mountain up, y'all. Now be careful out there because they are definitely out there. Grass pollen is high. Ragweed is moderate. Air quality is good. That is your forecast, Memphis. Come on in, Houston, Texas. Come on. It's been thundering for days and, raining.
I hear it.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting. When it's going to show up? Show out.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to tell you guys about this electrical storm that I was in. I forgot to mention this when I was in the country. But yeah, we were in the middle of an electrical storm. It was kind of cool too. Anyway, Houston, high of 91, low of 79. Feels like temperature is 99 degrees. We've got about a 24% chance of rain. It means it will rain in about 24% of Houston. Houston, have y'all seen how big Houston is? It's huge.
We won't see it.
We may not. Unless it's close to the coast.
Unless it come our way, but let's be that 24%. But that, that's
I'm okay with the rain coming our way. My plant, I need it. My garden needs it. I've been using, water, but there's nothing like water from the heavens.
Rain, yep.
Okay, today is going to be sunny and cloudy with a stray shower and possible thunderstorms. Winds are out of the east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Humidity, of course, is high in the morning, very high in the evening. UV rays are very high. Mosquito risk is high. Grass pollen is low. And air quality is good. And that is your weather for Monday, August the 11th. So I will say this. When I was in the country, I have never seen electricity just light up like this, like back to back to back. And we sat on the patio and watched it. And it was really cool, but it was scary. The lightning part is fine. It's the thunder that scares me to no end. And as we've all reported before, our mothers especially, and grandmothers got in the closet. I promise you, I wanted a closet by the third or fourth strike. I wanted.
I bet you did.
I did. I did. So that is your weather. Electric storms are definitely different. It's T-Wiz. Terrifying, yes. Thunder and lightning. I was definitely terrified, but it was kind of cool to watch the sky light up like that,
I've seen that before, where the sky has
it's just white.
It lights all the way up.
Yeah, and there's like several strikes going on at the same time. I'm like, who pissed off Mother Nature? I still hide too, Queen.
You gotta ask yourself.
I still hide during storms. I do too, honey.
You ain't gotta ask yourself who pissed her off, sis.
Who pissed her off?
You ain't gotta ask yourself who pissed her off, because we about to talk about it a little bit right now.
Somebody with cankles
and a dead hand.
Yeah, that's who it is. I know who it is. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know. Anywho,
swollen cankles.
That is your weather. Let's go ahead and hop into some news you can use. You want to go ahead and start it off, Miss Morningstar?
Yeah, so we talking about Mr. Water on the Ankle Man. So he has the nerve to warn the homeless to leave Washington, D.C. immediately.
Where they supposed to go?
Where they going?
Where they going,
y'all?
Where they going? And how they gonna get there? How they gonna get there?
What money they got? Because I'm pretty doggone sure they had a place to live, money in their pocket. They would rather sleep somewhere on a mattress in a bed in an enclosed safe space than live out on the street. I'm just saying.
In a tent, out in the elements.
So Cankle Man says on social media that the homeless have to move out. Riddle me this, y'all. They have to move out. How do you kick people out of the state or out of the
city?
How do you kick people out of the city?
And how do you do it? I mean, what are they going to do? They're going to walk out of the city? What do you expect them to do?
Then he says, we will give you places to stay, but far from the capital.
Well, why don't y'all just do that?
First of all, you a whole lie, because don't nobody trust you. You lie like you lay. You lie. You lie. You're not giving them people no place to stay. Stop playing with them. And how they gonna see this message? They ain't like a lot of them got connected to social media. What?
He don't know what to say.
This is y'all 25th Amendment. What are we doing?
What are we doing? What are we waiting on?
What are we doing here?
Because where exactly do you expect these people, number one, to hear your message, number two, to go, to have the means to get up and go? And if they had the means to get up and go, like you said, Miss Morningstar, wouldn't they already be? And if you felt like this, Kankle, Taco, I can't say the rest, but if you felt like this, then why not just say we're going to put in housing for the homeless in every state? You got the money. You just stole the money from everywhere else. You're building ballrooms and what's nots.
Apparently, y'all said Doge saved all this money. Where's the money, LaShandra?
Where is the money, LaShandra? And then, hold on. I want to do it, but the radio world ain't ready for it, baby.
Woo!
And then, hold on.
I'm telling you, every day. And then, this is just one example of his increased rhetoric in Washington now. Like now, it is always something new. I mean, he's trying to distract us from them files. We ain't forgot.
We ain't forgot.
I don't care what you do, Rump. We still know you on that list, okay? That ain't gonna change.
I need everybody that can hear my voice to understand we are no longer calling it the E-list. This is Trump's list.
This is his list. He is owner of this list.
This is his list.
That's right.
Because why would you need thousands of people to redact your name? It's your list. Why would it take thousands of people to redact your name? Why?
Why it take so many?
Why it take
and let me say this too, Kitty, before I forget. Come to the front of the room, Ron. So you gonna bring the National Guard, huh? In DC, you gonna call for them, huh? If I can recall, a few years ago, on a horrific day in American history, would be January the 6th. You said that was on Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah, and now
she was supposed to call them.
So now all of a sudden he can call the National Guard now on the homeless. So let me get this straight. Sis, I know you're with me. You couldn't call the National Guard on January 6th.
On your squad, on your goons.
On your folks that you sit there.
Mm-hmm.
But you can call the National Guard on homeless people.
Yeah.
Make it make sense, Kankles. Make it make sense.
It can't. I'm just telling y'all, it's an immediate no for me. It's immediate. He needs to go to sleep and eternally. Okay. Because this is an awful human being. He is not. It can't be real. We talked about it a little earlier in my life. It can't be real.
This can't be real life.
These can't be real humans.
They're not.
I'm starting to think.
I no longer call them humans. They are mutants. They are mistakes.
Yes. I'm starting to think.
Mistakes that some girl,
something went wrong years ago.
Because there are so many things that I want to say, but I'm not gonna say that. It is a beautiful day. We're gonna start this week off right. We got Miss Morningstar in the house tonight. We're gonna start this thing off right. No. I mean, Kankles, it is what it is, but I know
he's so evil.
He's
yelling in his live social. I know there will be no more Mr. Nice Guy. When have you ever been Mr. Nice Guy? Why do he think he in a movie, in a series? There will be no more Mr. Nice Guy.
The man is crazy. I mean,
y'all go look this up. This is insane.
I mean, at this point, it's just like, what series and episode are we on? Because this is a cross between Hunger Games, the Upside Down World, and the Twilight Zone.
Mm-hmm. It's all in one. It's disgusting.
Hunger Upside Twilight. And the Hunger Upside Twilight of Kankle Taco. He also signed an executive order to cancel $156 million in solar grant program for low-income families in Florida. Another hundred. I mean, I think he calls up and he says, "I need 156 million. Where's it at? Where can we take it from? I don't care about them people. I just need 156 million." He probably wants a bowling alley or something because he already got a ballroom, and now they even destroyed the Rose Garden. Now who knows what he wants? Put a big gaudy flag pole,
a gold pole, a gold solid gold. Y'all ever seen what's that? The Solid Gold. What was that movie?
Solid Gold Dancers. They would come on after Soul Train.
But the movie, it was Austin. What was his name?
Austin Powers.
Austin Powers. And the gold. The kid. They had.
Y'all, what's the name of that movie?
Come on, y'all know what I'm talking about. That is him. He is gaudy with that gold. The gold is out of control, y'all.
Anyhow, we did hear the bell. Let's go ahead and do two more stories before we go to break.
Okay, so I'll go this one, and we're gonna save the best for last. There was a woman in Florida, y'all, arrested for pretending to be a nurse. White tea lady. Yeah, she treated 4,000 patients. 29-year-old Autumn Bardissa, Palm Coast, Florida, is facing serious charges after allegedly impersonating a licensed nurse and providing medical care to more than 4,000 patients for over a 2-year period. How in the heck did she do that?
Privilege. Because let me ask y'all, nurses, when you go out there and you apply for a job, don't you have to show them your license? Don't they have to do a background check to make sure you ain't unalived people and you really are a nurse?
Apparently, she used another nurse's license number and false documents to secure her position.
You did all that, and all you had to do was go to nursing school. Lord have mercy. So now we got to check nurses. Can I see your license? Can I see your ID to make sure it matches? This is ridiculous, y'all.
2 years she got away with it.
2 years. Is she facing any jail time?
She's facing some serious charges. It doesn't say as I read the article, but she was arrested, and they said she's facing serious charges of impersonating a licensed nurse. That's very serious. You playing with people's lives.
What state was this?
Florida.
I know it.
You know it was Florida. Come on.
Florida. What are y'all doing?
Y'all always Florida. It'd be Florida. It'd be Texas. It'd be Mississippi, Kentucky, at all these weird red states.
Yeah.
Some weirdos here, y'all. Of the other kind. I'm just telling you, some weirdos. Okay. But go ahead, Kitty. You have one before we go to break?
Yeah. I'm gonna say, let's see. Frumpy the man with the rotten hand, he signed an executive order to give politicians control over all grants. That's billions of dollars, y'all. And committees, of course, are raising the alarm. Then on top of that, I'm going to be quick with my stories. More layoffs are hitting Texas. It's projected 1,877 expected to occur, according to the Worker Adjustment and Retraining Notification Act. What it is companies that are a part of that organization are required to report layoffs under the WARN Act, that's what it's called. And so they're projecting August through October more layoffs. Most are in Harris County with 1,146 layoffs coming. So just prepare yourself. Just know that it's coming. I tell everybody found this job, I was looking for a job. So always keep looking. MSNBC host finally gets the Treasury Secretary to admit that tariffs are paid by American citizens, not other countries.
Duh.
And then lastly, Jasmine Crockett explained that the warrants that they sent out for their arrests were not signed by a judge. They were signed by the Speaker of the Texas House, not a judge, not an attorney. So they will not stand up in anywhere. They are warrants signed by the Speaker of the Texas House.
Why do we have to play these games?
You cannot be, this administration cannot be more unserious. You did all of that. We're issuing warrant for your arrest, and y'all couldn't get a judge to sign the warrant because no laws broken. I'm sick of them.
Ain't nobody want to sign it.
Because there's no laws that were broken. None.
Why? Just why? And then y'all play these games out on TV, do a whole diva show conference. What you gonna do? You ain't
gonna do nothing.
And I ain't gonna do nothing. Y'all are just like a lot of these people on the internet, warriors of the media and on the keyboards. Nothing that's serious.
A bunch of soft batch cookies. You mean to tell me that y'all sit up here and did all this and there's warrants, and then y'all got MAGA over here talking about, they got a warrant out for their arrest. Y'all, so let's go to break before I start calling people down. Let's go to break, because that's not Christ-like, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to. Where's my fan? Let me get my fan before I start calling people dumb. Let me pop my fan before I start calling people dumb. All right, let's go to break. You are listening to Our Plugs, a community connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We will be right back after this quick commercial break.
Hey guys, yes, this is my nonprofit, Carter's Caring Hands. And what my nonprofit does, we give fresh food boxes to those families in need that's struggling to keep food on their tables. We also go out into the unhoused community, give out care bags here in the Kalamazoo, Michigan area. So if you'd like to donate to the cause, please go to www.carterscaringhands.com and donate whatever you can, so we together can uplift those families that's struggling to keep food on their tables. Highly appreciate it. God bless.
Timeless elegance. Redefine class. Welcome to Morningstar Boutique by Tam, where fashion at its finest, fashion that brings out your inner cuteness, and styles that make you go, oh girl, where you get that from? Check me out at www.morningstarboutique.com or at ourplugsllc.com. Can't wait to see you.
And I'd like for you to do one more thing for me. Hold up 2 fingers. This is you. And this is me, and the space that exists between us should be filled with value.
Equal, a global human initiative, and its value identity model.
Welcome to a world that sparkles. Tumblers for every personality. For the men, smoking trays and cutting boards. For the women, flower jewelry and honeybee coasters. Tic-tac-toe and dominoes. Sneakers, sneakers, sneakers. Sparkle Luxe keychains and trinket trays. Head over to ourplugs.com and receive a special coupon code for $7 off $35. Why advertise with Our Plugs, LLC? What do you get? Radio promotion. Perfect for online businesses. YouTube promotion. Customers can view your commercial. TikTok promo. Gain followers and showcase product. Follow us on all platforms, YouTube and TikTok. Our Plugs, LLC, www.ourplugs.com.
And we are back. So I think we have one more story that I need Miss Morningstar to share.
Hey y'all.
Hey girl.
So Memphis, Tennessee.
Come on.
Come on to the front, my people. I love y'all. Come on, have a seat. Front row.
Right.
Gotta ask y'all what's going on with your people. So a man allegedly shoots his wife, then stops women. He shot her, then he put her in the car. I'm gonna take you to get some help. But before we get there, he had to stop and get him a beer.
So, oh boy, we arguing, and I read the story. They arguing because he said that he was
I'm gonna talk about it.
She said she was gonna leave him.
Mm-hmm.
And so he said, "Pal, stop playing with me. I told you stop playing with me." And then he said, "I'm gonna still be a good husband, and I'm gonna take you to the doctor to get you some help." So he puts her in the car, and he gets to driving in his Dodge Ram.
DeCarlo. Pitchford. Come here.
Come right here.
You told her to quit playing with you, so you gonna shoot this woman in her stomach.
Yep. And
then you gonna take her. You gonna try to get her some help, but you gonna stop at the stove on the corner, Julio and them stove. You stopped over at Julio and them stove. Went in, got you a Coke 45, because I know it was a Coke 45. It was a Coke or it was a 40. It was one of them, but I think it was
he said
Coke
he finna go to jail, so I may as well have my last drink before I go to jail.
You went and got you a Coke 45. And
Miss Morningstar, he knew he was going to jail. So I guess he said to himself, you know what, they finna lock me up for shooting her. So I'm gonna go ahead and get me a cold one before I get locked up.
I told you to stop playing with me, is what he told her.
He was thinking in advance. He said, you know what, I know when she go in here, they're gonna ask her who popped her in the stomach, and she gonna tell them that I, let a round off. Then he tried to lie and say that his weapon got jammed, and he thought it was jammed, and it was an accident. That wife said, Let me tell you exactly what he said. He said, stop playing with me, and pow. And then he's so bold about it. I'm bleeding out because I got a wound in my tummy. And he gonna stop at the Piggly Wiggly, Piggly Wiggly to get him something to drink. Or, the Circle K or 7, whatever.
Carlos,
come here.
You crazy.
Come here.
You crazy, man. And you're going to have to do that time. Now, I don't even know what the update is on the victim. I don't know if she made it or not. It's confusing the way the article is at the article I read, because I looked it up. You sent to me and I went and looked it up. They're charging him with second-degree murder, but I'm not sure if she's alive because
attempted.
She's gone.
Oh, what? Is yours saying murder? Because what my article said, attempted.
It probably should be attempted because it says, because she was able to tell what happened. And then it also says here that the information in the story comes from Facebook posts, so they're not really sure what her condition is. So I think it's attempted. I think they just left out attempted.
Okay, I hope this lady.
Yeah, I think she's still with us.
I hope so.
Y'all, this fool got her to the hospital after he got his Coke 45. Because if you see a picture of him, you know that's what he drank. And he probably got him a Black and Mild too.
Probably, but y'all bow your eyes.
Or maybe some Newports. No, he more like a Newport. He got him some Newports and some Coke 45 and got on the road and lit it up and was talking to her the whole time. Talking mess, I'm sure.
Y'all, let's pray for this lady, because
Carlos,
why would you do this to your wife, man? Y'all can't argue. You people are you don't always agree. You think I agree with my husband all the time? No, but I'm not finna pick up nothing and put me in jail. Although Miss Morningstar has on orange right now, we don't really like wearing orange every single day. I like a variety in my closet. I like to take baths sometimes. When you go to prison, there's no bathtubs. And if there was, I wouldn't want to sit in one. Oh, no.
Carlos, you're going to jail.
His name is Doug Carlos?
It is, yes, his name is DeCarlos. DeCarlo.
That was
DeCarlo.
That was problem number one. Anyway.
She should have knew.
She should have knew. She knew he was... She said that she was sick of him and she was leaving, and he said, "Stop playing with me," and let one off.
And he looked like he weighed about $125, y'all. I ain't lying.
Baby, I'm gonna be quiet. I do not condone violence, but you over here popping folks with weapons in the stomach because she says she's leaving. Then you don't even have enough common sense about you to get her to rush her to the hospital. You gonna stop at the store, but they're also charging him with theft because he probably walked into that store and stole that beer because he know he going to jail. I hope so, because he probably grabbed it and ran out the store because
Carlos,
you trying to pay for it when your wife is in the car.
You ain't getting out, bro.
He gonna get out eventually.
I don't think so.
Just the mere fact that he thought it was okay to, pew his wife, let one off, and then stop and get a beer before he takes her to the hospital.
This is real stuff, y'all.
Don't take me nowhere. Call an ambulance. I'm not getting in the car with you. Call an ambulance. I'm not getting in the car with you. No way. Call them folks. No.
This is real stuff.
This is real life. And he really, let one off on his wife. Please bring Nikki up. Nikki, I think that the lady is going to need your services. If she's still with us, she definitely going to need your service.
I'm screaming. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, honey. Don't laugh.
Story is crazy.
Good morning, Nikki.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
What's wrong with DeCarlos? What's wrong with him?
DeCarlos tripping, but you know what? I was about to go there and say it be them ones when you said he wasn't nothing but $120, something like that.
You about $125.
It be the ones with the Napoleon syndrome. No, ain't no way you ain't leaving them. He gonna shoot you where you go.
And he said it too. What you thought?
Crazy.
You think he's short too? He probably is short. That's ridiculous. I'm so mad at DeCarlos right now.
I've had my experiences. We just gonna say that. We just gonna say that.
Little angry man, like come on.
Little
angry man syndrome. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's still sad. I hate that for that lady.
I do too.
I mean, when you marry somebody, you're supposed to be marrying somebody who's gonna keep you safe for the rest of your life and love you until unalive and do your part. But trying to rush the process. Let me go naturally, sir, ma'am. Thank you. I'm trying to bust one off on me.
Tagline. I told you stop playing with me.
Kevin Hart said. He said kill your side of the car. don't unalive mine. Do your side.
Okay. Do your side. If you got issues, take care of you.
Yeah. I don't want to do your side, because don't do this side over here. I like that.
That hurt my feelings. Poor lady. They didn't say her name, huh?
He shot her in the stomach, and we haven't heard what else happened to her after that.
I may have to do a little digging and see is there an update on her condition. I hope she better.
I do too.
She made it.
I hope she doesn't stay, because y'all know. Let me tell you something. Statistics. I haven't done this study in a long time, and I really need to do it because I keep dropping this old information. But a while ago, I did a sociology study, and the statistics showed that it takes a person in a relationship, but this study was really basically on women. It takes a woman 7 to 8 years to leave a toxic relationship. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times when even that has happened, because I have a client that was shot by her man, and most of the time they go back, unfortunately. I also
get shot.
Unfortunately, that's sometimes what happens. I also know of another abusive relationship where the person kept going back until the boyfriend finally unalived her. But it's just
horrible.
Listen, y'all, everybody falls victim to, you lose yourself sometimes in relationships. You lose yourself in friendships. You don't even know how many times has somebody had to tell you, girl, she playing with you, or girl, this, that, and the third, when we're blinded by the relationship, we're blinded by the potential. And a lot of times we get stuck, but there are studies to support what I'm saying as far as how long it takes a woman, because a lot of these women, they have reached out for help.
Mm-hmm.
There's a track record, a lot of them will go almost like a seeker that's looking for drugs in a hospital. A lot of them will go to different facilities because they don't want you to remember they just came in here, before getting beat up. So they'll bounce around just to save face of the relationship, almost like they're protecting their captor. I agree, Priscilla. Sorry, Priscilla. Yeah, trigger warning. But I do agree. It happens, and the honeymoon cycle repeats. Yeah, because what happens is, thank you, Priscilla, for that. Because now I can expound on that. What happens is it gets really, really bad, and then the person says, "Oh, I'm going to do better. Don't worry about it." And they start to love bomb you again and start to say all the things they said to court you the first time, and so you fall back into that trap and that cycle. And every time it's, "I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better." But you continuously, if they're not physically abusing you, emotionally and mentally, you're declining majorly.
Mm-hmm.
That's sad.
We see it all the time.
It is.
That's sad. We may need to do a deep dive into. We already know why. Well, some people know why, but we may need to do a deep dive as to why, and then, how to combat that, because it's going to happen again.
Yeah, and it's Stockholm syndrome. I'm reading the comments right here. It says, "I have a friend who was shot in the mouth by a boyfriend. She survived it, but it disfigured her." Yeah. And this is not a blame situation. I would never blame a woman for how she, for especially when she's injured like that. You can't blame. You have to understand that people are lost in these situations, and if their own family can't talk them out of it, what difference do you think anybody else can? But it's sad. It's sad, and I think it's part of why we do what we do here, pouring into people, empowering people. Like Morningstar and I talked about, we don't know how far a comment can go for somebody. And it's important that we continue to do that, because there are women that we pass by every single day that have Stockholm syndrome, that are super passionate about their captor, won't leave a situation, have heard it 10,000 times. How many times do we tell our kids to do something and they don't listen, but one person says the same thing and they're, "Oh, I got it figured out." It doesn't change with adults. It definitely doesn't change in romantic relationships, when the goal for society a lot of times is to find somebody that you can be with, that you can share your life with and share your journey with. And a lot of times women get in relationships where they're like, "You know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and settle for this because this was a little bit better than the last one." And it's perpetually getting worse.
Or I don't want to be by myself.
Or I don't want to be by myself. So
I don't want to be by myself.
They accept things. And so I can meet a person like that in the middle and understand that you're not choosing to be abused. You just want love, and you just don't know how to seek the love first. But that always is going to come back to how we feel about ourselves. We attract how we feel. We vibrate on the level of what, we attract the people that of the level we're vibrating on. And if we're thinking low about ourselves and thinking, "I'm just going to take this because it's a little bit better than the last time," that's what we're going to get. Unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately.
See what T-Wiz said. It's very sad. My friend never thought her boyfriend would go that far. I'm quite sure. I had a very good friend, and
that's the least.
I was her daughter's godmother. Still am. I was in her wedding, and she's no longer with us. He took her from us.
Yeah.
He took her, and it happens, unfortunately. But we have to break through, and that leads right into our topic for today: embracing you pain-free.
Yeah.
And let me remind the TikTok people, y'all, tap the screen and F1 or whatnot in the comments. Protect the live over there. We are talking about sensitive topics, and TikTok is sensitive. So if y'all can just make sure you protect the live over there.
Absolutely. Let me say this: TikTok, this is for educational and entertainment purposes only as well. So, Nikki, let's go ahead and do a deep dive into what your topic is today: embracing pain-free.
Yeah, I love how that segued into that and I want to start with an affirmation that I created just for this topic because we're talking about identity. Just like I said, we can get lost in these relationships. We get lost in our friendships. We get lost in jobs. We get lost in all types of things. Let me mute this real quick, y'all. Mm-hmm. Is that good now? Y'all don't hear
it's right? Good. You're good.
Yeah. So this topic tonight, who are you without the pain? It's an identity topic to challenge people to get back to oneness. That's all we've been talking about lately. We got to stop losing our identities. And so the affirmation that I created for tonight's topic is, I am more than my wounds. My identity is built on love, joy, and possibility, not pain. Because this week, you know what? This weekend, I met a lot of hurt people. Okay. A lot of people letting me know that, you might have cracked the hardest of the hardest, but you can't crack me. And I'm like, why is that your goal, to be cracked? I don't want to crack you. I just want to show you how you can live a better way. And then they went on to say, oh no, I done been through this and I haven't been through that. I said, honey, you have no idea the people that I've talked to and that I've helped. And that right there is exactly why I want to talk about this, because we will have experiences in life. We wear pain like it's an outfit. We pick it up. We get dressed in the morning, and then we put the backpack of pain onto and wear that. Actually, I want to start with this. So many of us have worn our pain like a name tag. We've allowed our heartbreaks, disappointments, and traumas to define us. But who are you when you take off the labels that life's pain has given you? Who are you after a setback, which I like to call a setup? Who are you once you've experienced some type of trauma? Do you still live in that? I was speaking to someone else on here, letting them know. I said, well, but how do you live your life now? Is everything based around how you were traumatized? Because if you're doing that, if that's your new identity, oh no, I was hurt, so you cut off everything else moving forward. If that's your new identity, guess what happened? The people that traumatized you won, and you live for them. You live for them. Every day, you might as well call them and say, you know what, thank you so much for tearing me up like this, if you're going to continue to walk in that identity. Things can happen to us, you guys. I try to change my language. Things can happen for us that will change us. Our challenges are here to shape us. They're not here to define us, though. We have these experiences in life so that we can take the lessons out of them and move forward, but do not remain hostage to your pain. Do not remain hostage to your pain, but it's easy to do. And now there are different circumstances. I'm gonna, trigger warning, how Black people feel about the police. You know, if you've encountered a bad, you had a bad experience, bad encounter while you've been pulled over, okay, there's some trauma behind that. And it's a little bit different to navigate things like that because we have to go out into the world. Police are everywhere. You can't avoid every police, and you might need one day. However, there are ways to navigate working through that and not letting it own you. How we do with this platform here, reaching out to people. Okay, so now we talked about police reform and things like that. Especially, that's a way to take your power back and not allow your experience to own your identity.
Absolutely. You know, it's a lot when you really look at the grand scheme of things. It's a lot, but it's not impossible. Yes, it is not. And I'm loving this. Let's take a quick commercial break, and then we'll come back and we'll pick right back up. You're listening to Our Plugs, a Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ashley Middleton, life and executive leadership coach and owner of Radiate Coaching and Development, where we provide transformational, strength-based coaching and mentorship. My goal specifically is to support you in identifying your mission, your vision, and your values that help you take your power back as you are building your career. Whether it's within or outside of the corporate world, my goal is to really empower you in making decisions that work well for you. So if you want to reach out to me, by all means, you can email me at radiate@midspiration.com or check out my website at radiatecoaching.com.
Opal May Simplistic Beauty is hair care and skin care in a bottle. Take a quick survey and let us design your own formula. Go to ourplugs.com, look for Opal May Simplistic Beauty, and we can get your formula out to you as soon as possible. We hope to hear from you soon. Have a great day.
Welcome to Morningstar Boutique, where the sun is shining and the style is all about you, your beauty, confidence, and individuality. Whether that's your perfect summer dress, a chic jumpsuit, or outfit you didn't know you needed, we've got you. Stop by ourplugs.com and check us out. We'll see you soon.
Why advertise with Our Plugs, LLC? What do you get? Radio promotion. Perfect for online businesses. YouTube promotion. Customers can view your commercial. TikTok promo. Gain followers and showcase product. Follow us on all platforms. YouTube and TikTok. Our Plugs, LLC. www.ourplugs.com.
And we are back. You are listening to Our Plugs, the community connection. Today we have Coach Nikki in, and we are speaking on embracing you pain-free. So I think we are ready to hop back in it. I'm going to be quiet and go ahead and let Coach Nikki take over. Go ahead, honey.
Yeah, I want to definitely engage with you all, though, and just take a moment for everybody that's listening in the chat on TikTok. Hey, y'all. Everybody just take a second, just think about even the label that you wear as a job, a parent, whatever it is, whatever your profession is, we will fall into that role and forget we're actually a person. We have feelings and all this other stuff is going on. So I want to challenge everybody, think about a time or even an opportunity that you may have passed over because of a negative mindset or a lack mindset due to your trauma. I will go first and say there were so many things that I cut out of my life of doing. I grew up modeling. I've always known how to do makeup. I've always known how to do hair, nails, everything. But I was shamed, right? I was always told, you talk too much, you know too much, you're too smart for it at a young age. So I was silenced. I think we talked about this before. I'm sorry, y'all, it's a fly in here. But I think we talked about this before. And because of that trauma, I didn't do a lot of things until later in life. So I want everybody to think about stuff. Y'all definitely chime in the chat. Tell me, give me examples of times where you limited yourself because of past limitations or because of past traumas or experiences. Because it's easy to do. But so just think about it real quick, like, you know what? Or how many people did you turn down in a relationship? Somebody that was interested in you and you turned them down because they're sign, or something reminded them of somebody that you had a bad experience with.
When you say that, I think you and I discussed this, or we may have all discussed it a couple of weeks ago about, when you were younger and how people would tell you. And I have caught myself saying that to my grandson. So I've had to stop myself from doing that because I don't want to stifle his development. Kids are going to talk, but he needs to stay out of grown folks' business. Yes, but I need to allow him to express himself so that he can grow up with that knowledge, knowing that I want to continue to learn instead of shutting down. So that's one thing as a grandparent and as a parent that, we have to really sit back and think about. I know I'm working on that myself now. That's personal, but professionally, I think I'm stifling myself and shrinking myself at work simply because I don't want to step back into management. Not at that level. I'm in management, but I'm at a level where I could actually be a director. But I don't want to step back into that role because it's so time consuming and it's so stressful. Although I have the knowledge and the know-how to do it, it doesn't mean, and I'm not upset about it. More money, absolutely. But what's the price that I would have to give up for that more money? I'm talking 70-hour weeks. And I don't want to do that anymore. I don't want to have to limit my time with my family, my time on Our Plugs, because my career is taking me in this direction. And it's just something that I personally have chosen not to do.
Yeah. And that's definitely, that's you using your discernment, but it's also, I'm gonna play devil's advocate, it's also a trauma response because of whatever your experience was before. And there's no telling, what it could be this time around, or if you're a way different person this time around than you were that time, and maybe people are willing to allow you to set a certain standard or a structure, so it wouldn't be that time before, because you're going to take what you got from the last experience and say, hey, you know what, the last time I was in management, I was burnt out, I was working this, that, and third. Am I going to have an assistant this time? Will I have this, that, and the third that time? So that is still an example of a trauma response to something else, but it's still you using your discernment and deciding what aligns with you and what you actually value. And you value our plugs and your family time more than anything. We talked about before how the average human being spends the majority of their life with their coworkers. So I applaud and commend you for that. And like I said, it's situational, but don't wear the identities that the trauma can create.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Miss Morningstar.
I was just going to concur with you because that is a fear, because I can remember the fear first was moving here to Texas, leaving home, leaving all I knew, leaving family, everything we knew, just me and my two family members, coming here. And then the trauma of that on top of my experience with my first position at this particular job I came to was traumatic. I mean, I had people being awful to me because I was in leadership. So I came into a role where I was my normal bubbly self, but I had women who were aggressive, who were angry. And I mean, I came home with trauma daily, and my husband and I wanted to leave. I wanted to quit. My husband told me, no, you're stronger than them. And I was, but I felt vulnerable at that time. So that was my first experience in leadership at that moment. And I did hang on to that position for a while, but then I got out of that role of leadership, which was being a supervisor, right? And I said, I'll never go back. I'll never take another position like that again. But I did. And I'm back in a higher part of leadership, but it's a different experience. And I'm glad I took it, because first I didn't want to. I didn't care about the money. And the money was a good offer. And I was like, I don't want to do this again, because the PTSD I had from the previous experience put me in a place of fear.
Yeah.
It did. It did. Because I had to deal with so many negative, nasty people.
It was horrible where I was at. So, yeah.
Well, all three of us share the same experiences, because I had one too. And I mean, and I was working with a bunch of us. So it really was a shock to me. I was like,
and that's where
y'all
I'm at,
terrible like this.
A bunch of us. And it was traumatizing for me, because I'm a person who is for us. I'm about us excelling. And being that I'm in a cluster of us, I'm like, we're going to do great. It's going to be good. And
that's
it was
everything. Yeah.
But I would say now, the position I'm in now, none of those issues, and it's still us, but it's just a different group of us. I have a team. I have a pretty good team as far as my employees. They're really good employees. I can't complain too much. You have your snags every here and there, but overall my employees are good. So my experience is different, which lessens my anxiety.
Yeah.
If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I say, Kitty, you never know what your next experience could be.
I don't know.
You're going into this. Just imagine, even if it helps you to write down all the things that you had and what you used to do when you were in that role before versus how you are now. You're a whole boss. So your mindset, everything is going to be different walking into this. Now you can actually walk in and demand the things that you need versus before, because a lot of our poorer experiences is because we did something for the first time. And there's lessons to be learned from them. And another thing I want to share with y'all, I will be so open. I was rear-ended. I was in a couple car accidents, and the last one, my child was in the car, and the people hit us at 70 miles per hour.
Oh my God!
Right, and when it happened, so when they hit us, and I'm looking, I'm like, they're not about to hit us. We're at a red light, right through us. Throw me into the car in front of us, back, bounce, and I ended up in a parking lot across the street. I was terrified of looking in the back seat because my baby was back there, and I'm like, and I didn't hear nothing, right? So, but let me tell you how this trauma, and this is something that I continuously work through all the time, but this is how I'm not allowing this trauma to change my identity, and it did for a long time. Y'all, I developed agoraphobia. If anybody in here knows what agoraphobia is, you don't want to go outside.
Don't want to go outside. You want
to go outside. So when I first started going outside, so I made sure that everything could be done at home. Homeschooled, everything was at home. And that's very dangerous. It was changing me. And when I started to go outside, I noticed I would be looking in the rearview mirror all the time. And then finally, honestly, it's been recent. Now I have to go out every day now. I got to go out every day because if I let my car sit, this is how my mind was working with me. If I let my car sit for 2 days, that 2 days could easily turn into 2 weeks. Easily, because now I've gone back into that cycle of I don't feel safe. I can't go outside again. And I let it own me. But I did everything to combat that. Thank you, Ali. Thank you. Okay, so somebody else in the comments said, we have a couple actually. And then I'll go to Queens. But T. Wiz said, I was an introvert and loved being in my room by myself reading a book. My mom made me come out of the room to interact with family gatherings. That made me a fake extrovert as I grew older. So now, T. Wiz, you have pressures of interacting and engaging with people and socializing when that's not really your personality. We got time to beat that. You don't even have to be that, and I understand that. And that's something. So your mom, and I think parents have done it because I grew up with same stuff. Come out of that room. No closed doors. I'm like, what? You grow up like feeling like you don't deserve privacy, like you don't deserve your quiet time. So I understand how that can be traumatizing. But T. Wiz, one thing I would like for you to share with us, if you can, what do you do to avoid falling into that trap? Do you take ownership in who you are now? Do you actually go out in these spaces and you are okay vibing by yourself, or do you actually even go out anymore, or do you? Because there's a second side to that. Because some of the things that you do right now could be you rebelling against what you used to have. And it's not necessarily what you want. It's just the opposite of what you were told to do.
So while T. Wiz puts those comments in, she's got to gather her thoughts, I'm quite sure. Let's go ahead and go to Priscilla made a comment.
Yeah.
Where's hers? Feedback that has shaped me. Hold on, I cannot see. Feedback that has shaped me. I am finding a balance to use it for my benefit. Challenges are here to shape us. Okay, got it.
Absolutely. Feedback.
That is true. Challenges are here to shape us, because if we don't experience those type of situations that make us completely uncomfortable, I always tell people now, the more I've grown into who I am, get out of your comfort zone, be uncomfortable for a minute and see how people take you or how it makes you feel. Because
absolutely,
if we don't get uncomfortable, then we'll be stuck. We will be stuck.
Yeah, I like what you just said. See how people take you, because who's the comfort for if you're shrinking to make somebody else comfortable?
There you go.
Who's the comfort for? Comfort is a joint. This is a joint. We all got to feel this piece that we talk about keeping. Try being yourself and see how people like you. Just like she said, that's true. Be yourself and see how many friends you got.
Be yourself.
Because you're in
just be yourself.
Yeah, just be yourself. We'll be in these spaces and we're doing all this pretending and stuff like that for what?
We see it every day.
Mad at yourself when you get home because you were so phony the whole time. You know what I mean? But true, I used to. Oh my God, because I know my personality is so big. I'm
gonna trick myself down.
You try to tune it down.
Yeah, I just go over here in the corner real quick because I'm too much for y'all. But at the same time, no, I'm not. Y'all not enough for me.
There you go.
And if I'm extra, it's because you're basic. So like that's just what it's gotta be, y'all. That's just what it's gotta be, because you deserve to enjoy your life.
Okay. I know that.
Okay.
I love Nikki nuggets. I like that.
You're basic.
Don't have me walking around telling people, oh, I'm extra. That's because you basic.
Yeah, you basic.
And my smooth Billy D wig.
Okay. We got one more question from Queen. She says, a statement. I don't drive because of an accident. And Queen, I can understand, sometimes it does take it out of you. But, ask your spouse when you're ready, to take you to an empty parking lot. Take you to an empty parking lot and just sit there until you're ready. But put your foot on the gas and then go back the next day and the next day, because I don't want you to limit who you are. And driving is, and I don't know where you live, but if you don't have a car in Houston, baby, you are stuck. You have to have a car.
Yeah.
It is.
I know people who don't. I don't know how they make it.
I started the way Kitty said. So I started going. I literally started just starting the car. Starting the car, sitting in the driver's seat. Then I started driving a little bit. But start somewhere.
That's dramatic. What you just told us, Nikki. That would have took me.
It was very scary, and that wasn't my first one, and it was like the third accident where someone hit me. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna get up off the road, you know. But I could no. Life is to be lived. I need to get outside. Am I going to let these people? And it was a car full of teenagers, y'all. They hit us and they got off and ran. Like, this was a big scene. Helicopters flying everywhere looking for these people. Left the car in the middle of the street, you know.
Teenagers.
Yeah, it was awful. They had just stolen the car from I was leaving my grandparents' house. They had just stolen the car from an apartment complex that was just down the street. And I believe they were just mashing the gas, just trying to get out of the area. But we were at a red light. And there was a lane open next to me. And I'm thinking the lights were coming really, really fast. But I'm like, they're not going to hit me. There's a lane right here. And I couldn't move anywhere. There's a car in front of me. And that's what it was. And I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not going in the car. I mean, I went so far as trying to make sure that everything had to be at home. We're not going grocery shopping. Everything got to be ordered. I'm scared to go out there.
That's tough.
And then, but you let it go long enough, just like with any trauma, there's always a part of us that wants to take our power back. That part of us never dies, y'all. It's sitting there, and that's the part of us that we talk to and say, no, I ain't gonna do that because of this, that, and the third. No, I ain't gonna do that. We know that it's there because there's a part of us. Queen, let me know. You know, if you felt urges to, I'm gonna get up and drive, like your body will tell, I'm gonna get up and go drive, and then your mind tells you, nope, I'm not gonna.
Queen said it is important. I lost a lot of my independence. So Queen, I want you and your beautiful self to go and sit in the car. You don't have to go anywhere. Go and sit in the driver's seat.
Go sit in the car and play back at one. There you go. Queen,
there you go.
Go sit in the car and play back at one. Before you know, you might be down the street.
Okay. Crying.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, look, crying, but then come on back so rest. But yeah, Queen, I don't want you to be dependent on anyone. You know, you're a strong, beautiful Black woman. You got this, baby. You got this. And I think T-Wiz said, now I accept. Hold on. Now I accept that I'm an introvert and I don't force myself to go to social gatherings. I know that's right, T-Wiz.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
You really do. Because if you don't want to go, like, I have a social gathering coming up this week that I have anxiety about. I really do. I mean, being around my family, I did that over the weekend. That was great. It's my family. I can just be myself. But being around people that I really don't ever talk to, except, make a comment on Facebook and then, I don't know. And T-Wiz, I probably won't go. But I'm trying to force myself to get out of that, being an introvert, because when I moved to Texas, it wasn't the people that I grew up with, and they all knew each other. So I'm like an outsider, and I kind of like put myself in that box, and I kind of like haven't let myself come out the box. What?
And see, I'm completely different. I'm
You're an extrovert.
I don't. You know the saying, you don't meet no strangers.
No,
I don't.
Neither one of you do.
And when I came here, and I think that's that, because I'm from the East Coast, that Northeast Ohio energy. I came in, I was like, hey, how y'all doing? And they was like,
girl.
But can we go deeper, please? Like, can we go deeper, Morningstar, on that? You enter spaces like that because you like yourself, y'all. It don't have none of it. I don't like it.
I like myself, Nikki.
I know. But the difference is the way that we show up. There's different levels to it. But you don't pop. I don't go into spaces because I like who's there. I'm in there, because I'm comfortable with me, and that's people can't take that. a lot. But like she said, she's open and she's loud. Like there are.
Yes, I'm loud.
I think I'm an ambivert because it depends on the space that I'm in. If you're gonna get all this energy, or if you just gonna get, hey, what's up? You know,
you can get it either way. But I know
it's a comfort that
I'm
but
very
you're comfortable with yourself to walk out into a space and be open like that, because we don't allow a lot of that to happen. I remember when I was uncomfortable with myself, I wasn't coming. No, I'm already tall. I don't need to make no noise. Now, no, I'm like, hey, what's up, y'all? Praise the Lord. I say that when I walk in every space, and people are like, this is crazy. But I'm not saying that that you're not comfortable with yourself, but there's a difference in the comfort level, because like we're cool in front of our friends and family, but then there's a fear of, just like you have the anxiety of going to this outing, this gathering, because it's like some people don't really know you. That right there brings something in my mind, like, okay, you like familiarity and you like the people that you feel safe around, because y'all, we don't like nobody talking about us when we leave. We want to leave good impressions. So, you know, there's a fear behind, you know, when we're in different spaces that we already know we don't want to be in, because like, what y'all gonna say when I leave?
And I can't say that because I know we all say, I don't care what nobody say about me.
We do.
At
it's
the end of the
situational.
day, we have sometimes we be like, I mean, that's why we make sure we are at our best in a lot of situations.
Yeah, it's a lot of times.
It's not that we're gonna do that anyway because we take care of ourselves. But you know, they say if people ain't talking, then you ain't did nothing. You know, so. Okay. Sometimes you gotta leave them talking a little bit. Yeah. You wonder, like, what did they talk about me? I know they talk about me, but see, I'm that personality that I'll say that, like, checkmate. Yeah. I know they talking about me, but I keep it moving. And it's okay.
And I mean, because what's gonna happen? Y'all talking and what? What Meg say? I don't care what, because the knew better than to let me hear it. I don't care who talk behind my back, because the knew better than to let me hear it. You're not going to tell me. So talk amongst your friends. But it is situational what we think about.
It is situational.
Because if we're applying for a job, you care what that hiring manager thinks about you. We go into the bank to get a loan, you care about what they think about you. We even
absolutely
do that. So it is situational, and everybody has that. Because anybody that grew up in a family, you care a little bit, you know, because the challenges and the experiences with our family, that has shaped us to be who we are. So everything
definitely care about what my parents think.
Yeah, everything we do outside of that norm is we question it a little bit, like, you know. So yeah, it's situational.
Yeah. Okay. So, I'm gonna take this advice and I'm going to sleep on it. And
that's not your advice, though, Kitty. That's not your advice. We know you, big boss hog outlaw. That ain't yours.
I'm actually going to show up. I'm gonna go. I'm making myself go because I'm always saying, "No, I ain't going." So I'm gonna try and make myself get out of my comfort zone and shutting down. But when I get there, I'm not staying long. Anywho, T-Wiz, that's funny. That's the funny part. When I'm out, people always gravitate to me, even just walking my dog. But my comfort zone is me and my husband. And I get that. T-Wiz, I think you and I are a lot alike. You know, this is a Capricorn, Miss Morningstar. She's an extrovert. P is an extrovert. Mrs. Jack is an extrovert. You and I are both introverts.
I think y'all are ambiverts, though, Kitty.
What is ambivert?
You got it both. It's both. It's like if you're an ambidextrous, you use left and right hand. But I think I think that you can do both. And I'm reading some of the comments. P said that she is an extreme extrovert when she warms up to an environment.
Me too.
That's just everybody want to make sure, like, we're not gonna walk into an opera and be like, hey, yo, you know,
I ain't doing that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to go in and feel the vibe, read the room. Like,
I got to feel the vibe. That's what
but people gravitate towards you, Kitty, and T-Wiz, probably because there's a such thing as energy vampires.
Yes.
Energy seekers. People can see your light. People can see that energy. People want to talk to people that don't want to talk to anybody else, because everybody want to be like, "What you don't talk about? What's up with you?" You know,
people always want to be my friend at first.
Yes, because think about it. Somebody loud like me, most people like running, and I don't even think I'm loud sometimes. But people be like, "Oh nah, that's too much. I'm not that. I got to go over here." But anytime I'm in a corner chilling, guess how many people gonna come up to me?
A lot.
The whole room.
Yeah, a lot's gonna come up to you when you're chilling, but when you're out, They're like, whoa, what's going on?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, P, we know Priscilla says once I warm up, I don't care. P, we know. All it takes for you is a little bit of, you feel a little heat. You're there, honey. You are there. P is a supervisor. She's a manager. She manages us all very well.
P the supervisor. Shout out to P.
Supervisor, baby. She's like, did you? And I'm like, yes. Oh, okay, I'm gonna get it to you. Oh, okay, I'm gonna get it to you. Baby.
For real, because I feel like I owe both of y'all assignments right now. You and me, Kitty.
I know.
Yeah.
I still got my laptop. I still got 6 things to do today before I can go to bed tonight. Anyhow, you know, these are some really good discussions. Angel said I have to read the room first. I'm with you, Angel, because if I feel an off energy, I'm gonna want to leave. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but if the energy is off,
definitely an energy believer. You know, I walk into places and I be like, I ain't feeling this. Let's roll.
Definitely, yeah. But y'all know I'm super weird. I'm goofy too, y'all. So like, it's like jokes all day long. I don't care. I may run into the room and bust out in the splits, and everybody's confused. Like, break the ice, y'all. Live. It's okay. Be like, have fun. So I think that, yeah, my mind is a little, because I'm just quirky. I don't know. You know what I mean? But because it's too intense for me as an individual to walk in, and I already feel everybody's energy being a Heyoka empath and a spiritual intuitive. I already feel that. So I have to tune into my own energy to combat that. Because it could be a room full of darkness. It could be a room full of terrible, sad people. That would consume me if I let it. So I choose, you know, the adverse. And it always works out. But I do understand reading the room, you know, checking the vibe, seeing what the energy's like before you completely open up. Because y'all should be doing that, y'all. Y'all special. What I say on my video the other day, y'all so special. Everybody shouldn't be experiencing you like that. I think I'm so crazy people run away from me sometimes. But you're so special. You should be protecting your peace and your energy like that.
And now we got a message from P on TikTok. Kitty wear fuchsia on Saturday. I don't have a fuchsia swimsuit, honey. I probably will wear black. I think. Unless I might order
You don't have a fuchsia swimsuit. Or the colors or the black. Get it
every day. I know she got
the blacks.
The blacks. Yeah, I have a black and a green striped shoulder out swimsuit that I'm wearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds cute.
I'm gonna wear a one piece. I can't give him too much, baby.
Okay.
Plus, my husband is not coming, so it definitely will be a one piece with the cover up.
Okay.
We ain't playing that. Because not everybody can see all that.
Okay.
It's a lot going on, baby. Going on.
Ain't for the world, honey. Ain't for the streets. Okay?
No.
Ain't for the streets.
I'm definitely not for the streets. I am definitely in the house. When folks are yelling out, I'm outside. I'm inside. And if Holly had been inside, she wouldn't have had
Oh, she ain't go there on Holly.
If Holly was inside, she wouldn't have a black eye. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my goodness. The energy.
All I'm saying.
All that energy.
If Holly was in, y'all know I'm right. If Holly was inside, where was she?
I don't know if everybody know who Holly is, but
Holly from Cincinnati, the one with the black eye. I heard she spit on somebody, and her eye is black now. Now, if Holly, they
look at Nikki face. Nuck if you buck. It was one of them mamas.
It was the mother of 5. She spit on somebody. Allegedly, Holly. I don't know. I wasn't there because Holly. You know why I wasn't there? Because I was inside. Try it. Anywho, we have a few minutes. We only have a few more minutes left of the show. I hope that folks got something out of this. I know I did. You know, I love when you make us think, Nikki. Thank you for this. Thank you for this.
Thank y'all for always having me here.
Any last words?
If we got a couple minutes, I did want to give a couple signs that you know how you've let your pain define you. So real quick, y'all, 3 bullet points real quick. And then I want to jump into how you can rediscover who you are. So 3 signs that you've let your pain define you is you bring past hurt into new conversations or relationships. 2, you stop being the person who keeps score. 3, you stop being the person who keeps score. 4, you stop being the person who keeps score. 5, you stop being the person who keeps score. 6, you stop being the person who keeps score. 7, you stop being the person who keeps score. 8, you stop being the person who keeps score. 9, you stop being the person who keeps score. 10, you stop being the person who keeps score. 11, you stop being the person who keeps score. 12, you stop being the person who keeps score. 13, you stop being the person who keeps score. 14, you stop being the person who keeps score. 15, you stop being the person who keeps score. 16, you stop being the person who keeps score. 17, you stop being the person who keeps score. 18, you stop being the person who keeps score. 19, you stop being the person who keeps score. 20, you stop being the person who keeps score. 21, you stop being the person w You feel unsafe without your emotional armor. And you see yourself as damaged rather than evolving. Okay? I'm leaving y'all to sleep on those, okay? Or take it with you for the rest of the week. That's what I want y'all to do. And then I want to give you 3 points of how steps that to rediscover who you are. Release the old narratives that you are not your past. Don't pick that outfit up and put it on. No more. No more. No more. Stop replaying the story of what hurt you. Don't bring that into every new conversation. Focus on your values. Ask, what lights me up? What do I stand for? Things like that. That's how you separate yourself from your past trauma. And then rebuild joy. Start hobbies, relationships, new relationships, foster new relationships and habits that aren't rooted in survival mode, you guys. But start doing things that are rooted in love.
Absolutely. I love that. I love that.
Love it, Nikki.
Thank you so much, Nikki. We truly appreciate you. Any last words you want to close us out, Miss Morningstar?
Y'all have a great Monday. Thank you for being with us. Chat, TikTok. We love you guys. And follow all that advice that Nikki just shared with us, y'all. Keep it trill. Start off a good Monday.
She said keep it trill.
Keep it trill.
Keep it trill for real. We will see y'all again tomorrow. We'll have veterans and leaders on, and it's going to be a great show. Thank you so much, Nikki. Thank you, WKRA. Have a blessed day.
Love y'all.
Hey y'all, it's DJ Kitty
and Miss Morningstar.
We are here from Our Plugs, the Community Connection, and we will be your new morning host on WKRA 92.7 The Change.
Yes, we will be broadcasting Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.
We'll also be streaming on YouTube at Our Plugs LLC.
Be sure to tune in.